Welcome back, everybody, to Body Bags. I'm Critterbuster, and this week's theme is Hammer horror films. I'm not very knowledgeable on the Hammer horror film genre, so I kind of went in this blindly, not knowing anything about it. And this is the horror of Dracula, and I believe that this was the first Hammer horror film that did Dracula, the first Dracula Hammer horror film. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what someone had told me. I'm really not sure about it at all, but that's what someone told me, that it was the first Dracula Hammer horror film. This was loosely based off the book Dracula, and the character of Jonathan Harker travels to Dracula's castle for like a small little job, and but he knows that he's Dracula, so he's actually going there to kill Dracula. He's gonna wait until he's vulnerable and then kill him. But Dracula turns him into a vampire, which sparks Van Helsing to kill Jonathan Harker. Then, knowing that Dracula is there, Van Helsing gets one of his friends to actually help him out. He shows him everything, convinces him that Dracula is real, that everything is happening is real, and then he goes on the hunt, I should say, to kill Dracula. Now this one is from like 1958. And for this to be a film of the 50s, there was quite a bit of blood in there. I didn't expect there to be that much blood. I didn't expect any at all, actually. There's some blood in here. There's a scene where where one of the female vampires gets stabbed with a stake, and you see the stake inside the body with blood all over the clothes and stuff. And I just didn't expect that from a 1950s film. So yeah, I give them props. The director, Terence Fisher, did a really good job with this, and I think he went on to do a lot of other horror films from that era too, like really classic horror films. But this one stars Peter Cushing and Vincent Price. Peter Cushing as Van Helsing and Vincent Price as Dracula. Sorry, and they do a fantastic job. I think this was the first time they played those opposites together. They did a really good job. The ending, I really liked the ending to this. It was really cool, where they're fighting against each other in Dracula's castle in like the big dining room table room or whatever you want to call it. And Van Helsing jumps up on top of the table and leaps onto the blinds or the shades or whatever you want to call those, and rips them off and shows the sunlight to Dracula, and Dracula. He pretty much kills Dracula. He starts decaying, rotting away, turning into dust slowly, and it's actually really well done. I thought this was really cool way to kill Dracula. Most times they just want to put a stake in the heart or something like that. So I thought this was really cool, just exposing him to sunlight and watching him decay and turn into dust. And Vincent Price did a really good job at that of portraying Dracula. I don't really know what else to say about this movie. Like I said, I'm not very knowledgeable with the history of Hammer horror, or Dracula in that matter, or any other vampire Dracula films. It's not really my genre. But I did really like Horror of Dracula, so I'm actually probably going to go through and watch a few more of the Hammer films. I know that there's like some sequels to it or something made. Brides of Dracula, something like that. I can't remember exactly what they're called, but I was told that this was like the first in a couple of films from them. So I'm definitely going to look into that and check that out. So sorry guys for the short review. I'm not very knowledgeable with this genre or anything, so I don't really have much to say about it. So I do recommend Horror of Dracula if you like the early works of vampire films or of Dracula. Definitely check out Horror of Dracula. It's really, really good, and it's well done, and it's well directed by Terence Fisher. So yeah, check it out if you're interested in that, and tune back next week for another review. I know that next week I have a lot more to say about the film I'm reviewing, so it won't be so short this time. So thanks guys for watching, and see ya.